All right, I'm going to show how to lay out the skimmer. This is the plan that I give the students, and you're supposed to take this plan and figure out how to lay it out on a piece of paper. Some students need help with this, so that's what this video is for, to help you do things in the right way so that everything is the right dimensions, and you learn how to use a ruler in a way that you make everything square and neat. All right, so I'm going to draw this first, and then we'll draw two of these and then one of this. All right, so let's get started. Notice right here, this is 4 inches, and then each of these is a half of an inch. So we know we're going to come down a half an inch, and then when we come down to here, it's a half inch less than 4. So that's going to be 3.5 inches. And then this one down here is going to be 4 inches. So that's what I'm going to do first. All right. Now, you want to make sure you line up the paper with this first line, not with the end of the ruler. 0 is that first line right there. So have it lining up with it perfectly. And then come down so that you are half an inch, and then draw a little line at half an inch, and then come down to 3.5 and draw a little line right there, and then at 4, try not to let the paper move, draw another line right there. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of the paper, and I'm going to stand up so I can see it straight on. So there's the half, there's 3.5, nope, that's the quarter. Here's a half, and then 4. All right, so erase that one. That's not a good line. Okay, once you have lines on both sides of the paper, then you can draw a straight line. Now, a lot of times people line it up, and then they'll put their pencil at a crazy angle. Just have it straight up and down. Put your pencil on the dot and just bring your ruler till it touches it. And make a note as to how far away the ruler is from that dot. And you come down to the other side, put your pencil on it, and bring the ruler till it touches. And so now we have our ruler lined up with both of the dots. And you can just keep your pencil straight up and down and draw a line between the 2 dots. Do that same thing on both of these. I line it up, and then line it up down here. Make sure everything looks good. And then notice how I have my fingers wide so the ruler doesn't move as I'm drawing the line. Draw it all the way down, and then put your pencil on the last line and bring it down across. And one thing to double check is to just make sure that it's 4 inches. Okay, which I have 4 inches there, and 4 inches down here, and just do a quick check, make sure everything's good. Now, these other pieces here, notice how 3 inches and 3 inches are the same here. So what's really cool is you can create a guideline down here to make that work. So I'm going to make a dot at 3 inches from the bottom. So from here to here, 3 inches. I'll do the same thing on the other side. And let me hide this here. Okay. And boom. We have 3 and 3. I'm going to draw a line all the way across. Put my pencil in there. Make sure it comes to the same on both lines. And then draw your line. All right. Now, I'm going to do the fins, one on each side first. And it's 3 by 3. We already have 3 going up. Let's go 3 going over. So I'll measure coming down. I'll make a mark at 3 inches. Do the same thing now. I always make 2 marks, so you don't accidentally draw a line crooked. There you go. Now we have a 3 by 3 square, but we're going to now see how we have a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. We're going to do that. So I'm going to mark a 1/2 inch and then mark another 1/2 inch. And now that we have those 2 dots, we will connect them. Like that. Okay, so this is what we keep. This is what we are going to cut off. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to put the 3 on the edge of the paper, like that, and then make a mark at 0. That's another way you could do things, is you could always measure backwards. And then I will connect those lines. And do the same thing here. So I'm going to measure up 1/2 inch. Now you can, like, let's say you put the 2 right there and then just measure to the 1/2 like that. That's another way. As long as you're getting 1/2 inch, it doesn't matter how you're doing it. So make the lines or dots and then connect it with the line. Voila. Now I have the 2 fins, and I'm using the already cut edges of the paper to form from that perfect 90 degrees, so I don't have to worry about cutting that. Now, this is the interesting one, is this one right here, the 3/8, and going up to 1/8 with it's still a 3 by 3 square in the middle, and we have room here, and we have here like 5 inches, so we got plenty of room. And what you can do is, we need space for those tabs. So I'm going to measure and put the 0 right on this line here. And I'm going to go from the 1 to the 4. Okay, because 1 to 4 is 3 inches. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Make a mark at the 1, make a mark at the 4, as we know that's 3 inches. And then we will connect the lines. Or dots, make a line. There we go. Now all we need are these tabs coming off to the sides. We go from 1/8 to 3/8. All right, each little line on the ruler is a 1/16. So 1/8 of an inch is 2 of those lines. So I'll make a line there. And I'll make a dot up here. And then I come down and I'm going to find the 3/8. Now 3/8 would be 6 of those little lines, but here's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, and right up here is the 1/2, so it's less than 1/2 inch. And we're going to come up here, make a little dot there, And I'll put the 0 right there and then make another little dot right here. All we have to do now is connect the dots. Coming down. Coming down. Okay. So this is scrap, scrap, scrap. Now all you have to do is cut it out and assemble. And I have another video that shows the assembly, so we'll use that. Thank you.